back to the 5 a.m. Files, and today I want to talk about taking control of your life. And what a lot of people don't realize and what a lot of people don't think about is that every decision you make at any moment really changes the whole course of your life, your whole timeline. Everything shifts depending on every single decision you make. Just like it can be as simple as, the difference between eating junk food in your next meal to eating something healthy to not eating at all. Every single little decision you make, right, changes your entire life course. Even things, let's just say, for example, going to work, right? I'm going to work, so this changed, my course of life. If I didn't go to work today, I would have made money. My job would have got mad. A lot of different things would have happened. And that would have changed the whole course. Like, interactions I would have had with people today would have not existed. And that would have changed the course of how my whole life would have went. So every decision counts. Whether you go to the gym or not, what you do at the gym. Every single decision you make, the choices you make every single day have an effect on your whole timeline in the long run. Let's say I don't go to job 2 days in a row, I get fired. Boom. My whole course of life has changed because now I gotta change everything. I have no more money, I have no more job, and then I have to, change the plans of what I'm gonna do. Everything changes. I don't go to the gym 5 days in a row. What happens? Boom. I get fat, I lose motivation. I start thinking differently. I only eat garbage food for the next 5 days. Boom, I'm gonna gain weight. It's gonna be hard to do everything. You start building up, resistance to, you're more likely to continue eating junk food. Or the opposite. Let's say I do a three-day water fast, start losing hella weight, deep bloat. Or obviously I continue to go to work and work multiple hours a day so that I can, get more money, get overtime, work harder. Every decision affects, your future. And the people don't take that into accountability. Like the simplest one, because some people sometimes they don't understand the small little things that I've just named, right? But one of the biggest things, like when you realize that every decision makes a difference, then you start thinking differently and you start making better decisions. But think about it like this. You're like, oh, it's not really going to change the timeline that much, whatever. Whatever was supposed to happen is supposed to happen, right? But you have choices. So, if right now I decide to punch someone in the face, right? If I'm angry and I decide to punch someone in the face, do you think my life will be the same? Or do you think it will change drastically? Obviously, it's going to change drastically. Let's say I punch someone in front of a police officer, you get assault, maybe you go to prison, maybe you get all these fines, all this bullshit. And then everything completely changes because you did something. Like, people don't never, think about it in the positive way, right? These little things cause a big change. And the same thing with negative things. These little negative things add up, right? And they change your whole life course. But you need to have the big drastic things for people to notice. Like, if you punch someone in the face, right? Your whole life would change. Your whole life today. Let's say you just went to your neighbor's house, just fucking punched him in the face. Your whole timeline would change. And you can't deny that. You can't deny that. It would change. Right? If everything you do matters, it would change. Or think about the good. What if that good thing did happen? What if you did become successful? You have to think about that too. Because if you can't imagine the actual success, then it's less likely that it'll happen. Like, imagine you actually hit the lottery tomorrow. Your whole course of life would change. And it would. You can't deny that it wouldn't. Your whole life would change. Your whole perspective, the whole way you deal with everything. If you won $1 billion lottery tomorrow, you would never have to work ever again in your life. Everything would change. And people don't understand that the big changes are just as equal as the small changes. So no matter how big or how small the change is, every decision, every change dictates where your life goes. It's the same thing. If you hang around 5 bums, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. So it's the choices you decide to make every goddamn day that lead you to the life you either want or don't want, or it just leads you, it just changes your timeline. You could do 1 million good things. You could do all the greatest things today, right? But at the end of the day, you just fucking punch someone in the face, everything changes. You know? But you guys aren't taking it. I hope you guys understand that, like, every little decision counts. Every meal counts. Every rep counts. Every financial decision counts. Every penny saved counts. Every penny invested counts. All the work you put in counts towards your goals. Everything counts. Every business idea that you take action on. Every single word you write down. Every single thing you plan out. Every single little thing has an effect and a change on your timeline, and everything, every single decision affects your future and affects every second. And that dictates where your life will go. And what does that mean? If the decisions dictate your life and you're the one that dictates your decisions, you decide your life, you dictate your life. You are the one that constitutes whether you will have the life you want or not, because it's all dependent on you. It's all dependent on you. And when you wake up and realize that you're the only one that can change your life, you're the only one that lives this life, you're the one that decides what you want in life, and you are the one that can change everything and controls everything in your own life. At the end of the day, with every single little decision you make, that's when you start making smarter decisions and start taking action and start, living the life you want. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow.